All right, here we go. It is Monday, October 2nd, the day of the big meeting between AJ Preller, Bob Melvin, Eric Grupner, probably some other people in the Padres organization, some people in Peter Seidler's equity partner group, whatever that is. So it looks like it's going to be an important day. But Peter Seidler, he released a statement here at exactly 8 a.m. That's what the Padres tweeted, exactly 8 a.m. So I don't know if that was a scheduled tweet and Peter Seidler wrote this yesterday, or he had someone else write this for him. We'll never know that. But this statement here doesn't really tell me a whole lot about what the Padres are going to be doing here. It's a little bit contradictory. It says one thing, but then says another. So here is the statement. We enter 2023 with expectations that we would build on last year's NLCS appearance and contend for a World Series championship. We fell short of that goal. The Padres organization will learn from this season and emerge in 2024 with the pieces in place to compete for San Diego's first World Series title. Our current leadership team continues to have my full support. And before I continue with the rest of this statement here, our current leadership team continues to have my full support. So who is this leadership team? So AJ Preller, Eric Grupner, is Bob Melvin included in this leadership team? I don't know, because if you go to leadership, we know AJ and Eric Grupner, those are higher than Bob Melvin because those people are in the front office. AJ Preller is the one running the entire baseball operation, right? So who is in that leadership team? Our current leadership team continues to have my full support. Peter Seidler, according to Kevin Acee, I believe last week, he wants to keep AJ Preller and Bob Melvin. That is his preference. So again, like that's a key question here. Is Bob Melvin included in this management group here, the full support, the leadership team? Is Bob Melvin in that? I have asked them to perform a thorough assessment of our organization beginning today. And so if Peter Seidler is saying our current leadership team continues to have my full support, that includes AJ Preller, you're asking them to perform a thorough assessment of our organization. So you're trusting AJ Preller to run a thorough assessment of this organization. That's what it looks like to me there. We will make the changes necessary to play championship caliber baseball for our extraordinary fans in 2024. You see how that's a little bit saying one thing, but then also saying kind of the opposite? So your current leadership team, you have full support in them. But then you say you'll make the necessary changes to play championship caliber baseball for 2024. See where I'm getting at? Like, so what are these changes? So let's say your leadership team is included with Bob Melvin, AJ Preller, Eric Grupner, all of them, right? And you keep them. What are the changes then? Is it just in the roster? Is it just in payroll? Is it roster construction and AJ Preller getting some better depth guys that can play multiple positions and not have a couple just DHs taking up roster spots on the roster, things like that? Are that the changes here that is being referred to by Peter Seidler? Or are the changes once AJ Preller, the front office, maybe Bob Melvin's included in this, once the leadership team has the thorough assessment completed of this organization, then maybe that leadership team decides, okay, we need to make a change here with Bob Melvin. If Bob Melvin's not in the leadership team, or Bob Melvin could agree with them and be like, you know what, I'm just going to go take the Giants job or the Mets job or something like that. Because if you're not fully bought into me and you don't think I'm the right guy, I'm not going to go into 2024 knowing that you don't have full confidence in me. I'm not going to go manage for this team then. Because if I'm Bob Melvin, I want them to have full confidence in me and say that, yes, I am the right guy. And if I have conversations with them and I'm kind of getting the impression that they're not fully confident in me, I think that's probably going to be a red flag for Bo Mill. So we'll see what happens here. This statement to me, it seems like, especially that the current leadership team continues to have my full support, thorough assessment of our organization beginning today. We know the meeting is today. I would think that this assessment's going to take longer than just today. So to me, that screams that AJ Preller stays. But give your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that Bob Melvin does this mean that Bob Melvin stays? Is he part of this current leadership team, or is the leadership team that Peter Seidler is referring to, which he doesn't mention here? No one person is mentioned, obviously, in this statement. Pretty short statement. It's pretty vague, in my opinion. Says changes will be made, necessary changes to play championship caliber baseball, but then he has trust in the leadership team. They continue to have his full support. I wonder what's going to happen. We'll see if there are going to be any changes, any announcements by the end of today. And I'll be doing a live show later tonight. So stay tuned for that.